Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Heroes of the Storm, this being the April 15th patch of the alpha. This recording happened on April 16th. Yeah, pretty big patch coming through. A little bit of polish being added, a couple new heroes being added, and a few balancing tweaks. Kind of nice to see. I already have noticed several changes to the UI. When I came in, it actually had a new tutorial, slightly new. Unfortunately, in my infinite wisdom, I didn't record it, and the play tutorial is a little bit different. So I've missed a few prompts that only happen one time, and I have no way of just resetting my account on my own. So when you pop in, it's actually very similar to what you saw before. Raynor comes in and gets into that sparse area, but rather than talking to Uther over a communicator, Uther's actually there waiting for you, and he walks with you. And there's a few new lines, actually, a few jabs at Uther not helping you in the line while he's learning, saying that he's already completed his tutorial, now it's your turn. But other than that, it's not too different. You go with a slightly different progression, a different map, I'm sorry. But most of it is the same. But once you get out, you get a little prompt from Uther saying, "Congratulations, you've completed that section, now we can do more tutorials," or you can go right into the game. So rather than going from the section that teaches me how to move, it basically goes up to the point where you fight Diablo. Raynor has this little back and forth with Diablo with the whole tasting fear thing. And then all the heroes get summoned, and it cuts out there at that cutscene. So rather than going immediately into the next tutorial, you are allowed to skip it. So you have to go through one tutorial that's not terribly long, and then you can skip the rest if you so desire. Now, one thing I did notice immediately when I came in is I didn't get experience and I didn't hit level 2. Instead, I am at level 1, no experience, and you can see cooperative mode is still locked out to me. When I went to the play screen, a little pop-up came up that says, "Hey, you've unlocked practice mode," and you can go ahead and do that. We can see there's been a little bit of changes to basically to the level locks here. It's kind of the same progression, co-op versus gold, level 6 daily, but you notice here that the level 7 is renamed to hero rotation slot rather than free-to-play hero. So I'm glad to see that. It makes it a lot more clear. So you know that instead of having a set number of heroes, you'll get an additional one. So I believe you get 5, and so that should make it 6. Level 8 is hero talents, and then level 10 is hero quests. You'll notice level 20 isn't showing up here anymore either. Alright, so beyond that, what's been added? Well, a couple new heroes. Let's go ahead and, sort by release date. And for some reason, it's not... Okay, so apparently it's not considering these in the release date order. Alright, so 2 new heroes.
Hello, I am happy to meet you.
That just happened. Okay. Brightwing, the fairy dragon, with a few interesting abilities and a unique transport ability that allows it to teleport to allies. Has arcane flare, deals damage in an area, greater damage to targets in the center, 8-second cooldown. You have a polymorph ability, and you have pixie dust, which increases an ally's movement speed, so he's very much support. So with polymorph and damage, not only that, but as a passive ability, you passively heal allied heroes, which is why you have this phase shift ability that allows you to teleport between lanes, so you can quickly go to an ally and help them out in a pinch. Ultimates are Emerald Wind, that creates an expanding ring that pushes and damages enemies, and you have Blink Heal, which allows you to rapidly dash to allies, healing them over time. I imagine that's rapid teleportation or something like that. Aside from Brightwing, LiLi has been added.
Hi there.
I've not played Pandaria, so I don't know much about the character. What can I say? Let's see, I believe this is a support monk character. Alright, so starting abilities, we have Healing Brew. 3-second cooldown, heals a nearby ally and regenerates their mana.
Shiny, glowy lines.
Oh dear. Cloud Serpent, 16-second cooldown, summon a serpent ally to assist. Okay. Blinding Wind, blind and damage nearby enemies. So yeah, definitely support. You can heal, summon a minion, and you can blind. That's pretty cool. Alright, Fast Feet. When struck by enemy heroes, you gain movement speed, so you can get in and out if you need to. That's kind of nice to see, actually, to see some of these support characters get an interesting trait like that, because one of the things that will typically happen is the support character is the one that is frequently latched onto. at least in my experience, because they're the ones that have a hard time defending themselves. So you usually have the enemy team will gank that person, or will form up on that person to try and take them out. So this means that LiLi has a chance of getting out. Ultimates, or heroic abilities. We have Jug of 1,000 Cups, which rapidly heals nearby allies, and we have Water Dragon, which heavily damages a nearby enemy. So you can go either full support, or you can go a little bit of damage. So I'll be looking at those characters as I get the chance. Beyond that, a bundles section has been added. So we're going to get some grouped up deals. You can see you can get 60% off on individual franchises such as Diablo, StarCraft, and Warcraft. And of course there's a starter bundle which is 70% off. These are actually pretty good looking bundles. And again, these prices may or may not, they're more than likely not final. They will be tweaking them. They are still prices that we will pay if we put in real money into the game. So this bundle, you can see 60% off, normally $47.45. It is now $18.95. So I could pay $20 into the game and get these characters and skins. But from what I can see, not bad deal. Looking at the Witch Doctor alone is $10. Tyrael and Diablo are each $7.50. So you are basically getting a character and 2 skins for free with this. So you have Demonic Tyrael, which is honestly a really nice looking skin for Tyrael. I really like that one. And Lurkablo, if you like Murlocs. Why the hell don't you? StarCraft bundle, oddly enough, does not contain Jim Raynor. Contains Kerrigan, Tassadar, and Tychus, along with the Infested Tychus skin, which is another really nice skin, because it's very different from his base skin. And you do get a mount in this bundle with the Cyber Wolf. The WoW bundle gives you Arthas, Uther, and Falstad, and gives you the skins Prince Arthas and Lumberjack Uther, as well as another mount, the Warhorse. The starter bundle, the biggest one here, the 70% off, as you can see, $96.40 down to $28.85. You're getting a couple StarCraft and mostly Warcraft heroes. I'm actually kind of surprised there's no Diablo characters here. You've got the Assassin Nova, you've got the Warrior Stitches, Elite Tauren Chieftain, Gazlo, a Specialist, and Sergeant Hammer. So you get both Specialists here, and you get Malfurion. So you get a support, a couple Specialists. I believe Stitches and ETC are both Warriors, and Nova's an Assassin. You do get the Roller Derby Nova, which is just wrong. Psycho Stitches, Glam Metal ETC, and the Rainbow Unicorn. Alright, so from what I can tell, there's no changes to the tutorial mode that you can play that you're prompted to skip. So I'm going to go ahead, I've gone ahead and skipped past that. I gave it a shot, recorded it just in case, but since there's no difference, I'm not going to really go ahead and, I'm not really going to play that. So there's no need to go into that. One thing I can show you is, or at least actually I can't show you because the quest thing is missing at the top. There are no quests now. And this is something that I'm not sure I like or not. What they've done is they made it so that the quests, at least the daily quests when unlocked at level 6, are only going to be completable in versus mode. Now, I should have seen this coming because they did the same thing in Hearthstone. You can't get achievements in Hearthstone unless you're playing in a arena or a practice match against players. You can't play it against AI, or you can't get them against AI. So I kind of should have seen that coming. But it is kind of unfortunate because, especially like right now, without the player base, it's going to be a little bit difficult to do certain things, I think. Now, it really depends. I have to unlock the quest to find out for sure, but it is kind of, it's a shame that you don't get the standard quests like before, like, because before you had the play a practice match, play a co-op match, and then they gave you levels to unlock everything. So I'm not sure how this is going to go. We can see I need okay. Click on the, okay, so you can actually click on your profile now to get some information here. Hero quests are locked. Those are not unlocked until level 10. Daily quests are unlocked at level 6, so I can't really see much here. But I can see that it's only going to take 25,000 to get the next level, so they have lowered that, and we'll have to see how much it takes. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we'll do a practice match. When we go into the practice match, you will immediately notice that there are some changes to the UI, and I think there's some changes for the better. So we'll get in here.
New heroes are now available. If you wish to learn more about a hero, select them, then click the Abilities button in the bottom left. I'd suggest sticking with Reyna for this round. Unless you're seeking a challenge.
Okay, so you can see that they've added some prompts. That is not Uther's voice, that's his placeholder voice. And for this current round, I think for the next week, we are given every hero to try out. So every single hero is unlocked. You can see that instead of the vertical choice, you have hexagonal kind of choices. I think it honestly looks a lot cleaner, and honestly makes more sense, because when they were all in these giant rectangles, they were going to start getting squished when they got to the end of the screen. So this looks a lot better. A couple other things I'm noticing here on this screen is you have the option to change your character in the lower left. Now before, you did have a little button that you could push and you would have the choice of color and skin and all that, but now you can actually choose individually the variation. So I can go specifically into skins, I can go specifically in the mounts, and it will tell me here, of course, this hero can't use a mount, and then I can look at the abilities. So rather than having everything on one screen, it's separated. So I think for this practice match, what I'm going to do is I'll try this support character, since I want to play Brightwing, but I think I want to do that with other players to get a better feel for him. We're going to go ahead and go with LiLi, and we can see here's the skins. She does have a mount. Let's go ahead and take a look at her abilities again. She is ranked as easy support. We have the Healing Brew, regenerate health and mana. Cloud Serpent, summon a serpent ally to assist, and of course Blinding Wind to blind and damage nearby enemies. Fast Feet, gain movement speed when struck, and of course we have the Water Dragon or 1,000 Cups. We're going to go ahead and give this a try in practice. I'm noticing that the icon has changed a little bit. Support has changed to a hand. It used to be, at least when I chose Malfurion last time, I believe it was a leaf, like the leaf of a healer in WoW. We can see that Abathur's got a tower now as his being a specialist. Let's see, who else? Gazlowe, yep, he's got the tower as well. Well, it's good news that everything's unlocked, because I'm definitely going to try Sergeant Hammer here at some point. But since we've got 2 new characters, let's go ahead and give one a try. Alright, so talent-wise, when we come in, it looks much like how Malfurion worked. Path of the Wizard, gain maximum mana and mana regen every level. So you gain 5 mana and 0.2 regen. Gale Force is the other one, though. Blinding Wind deals more damage, so yeah, it's honestly a lot like Malfurion. You choose either a supporty item or a more damaging item. In this case, Gale Force doing more damage. I'm going to go ahead and choose that.
This is gonna be great.
I'm going to try and do a bit more
4, 3, 2, 1.
support here, or a bit more damage on my support. I'm going to go ahead and go to the bottom lane once again, since I did that last time, see how this works out. Hoping to get a lane companion. Yep, looks like I'm going to get Diablo of all people.
Sounds fun.
Excellent, okay. So I get more detailed descriptions here when I'm actually in the game. I kind of wish when I was in the character overview that I would get more details. Okay, looks like I have a ranged ability. I'm going to go ahead and heal up Diablo a little bit.
The Dragon Knight awakens once more. Trample all who dare stand in my path.
Oh, that's interesting.
Your team draws first blood.
So when I cast Cloud Serpent, I have to cast it on a ally. Okay. Yeah, see, I need to read these. This is why I wish it would give me more of a description while I'm not in the match, because I need to read these. I need to see what they actually do. And the out-of-match description really did not do it. Did not really tell me anything. Alright, so let's go back. Healing Brew, it says, toss a refreshing cup of brew to lowest health ally within range. Prioritizing heroes over minions, it restores 139 health and 23 mana. So that I didn't know. So, Healing Brew... Nice toss, Diablo.
Enemy slain.
Healing Brew, I can't target. I basically hit it, and it works. You just toss to the nearest ally. So she's a support that can't... Like Malfurion, he can choose who he wants to heal. LiLi cannot. So that's important, but you'll notice it's a very small cooldown, 3 seconds. And it's a fairly small amount of mana as well. I mean, I'm basically barely seeing my mana move. Since it does prioritize heroes, though, in a lane with another ally, really, who else is it going to target? I mean, now if there's in a big team fight, obviously, it'll target the lowest damage one, which is kind of nice. So looking at Cloud Serpent, we can see it has a duration as well as a cooldown. You summon a baby Cloud Serpent to assist the allied hero. The Cloud Serpent follows the hero around and attacks nearby enemies for 46 damage. Alright, let's stop this. Let's give him a Cloud Serpent. Go ahead and heal. So what is Blinding Wind? I'll go ahead and use it. Okay, we can see it fires in a fairly large area.
Choose a talent.
Alright, so I've got talents I need to pick. Oh jeez, stop them from getting that shrine. Thank you. Alright, so LiLi throws a cloud of blinding wind at 3 nearest enemy heroes, dealing 168 damage. Minions will be hit if there are not enough heroes in range. Targets are blinded, missing with their next basic attack. The blind lasts for 4 seconds. So for 4 seconds they will miss their next attack. That's pretty cool. Gale Force damage was increased by 25% because of my talent. You can see, so it's 182. It probably would be smaller otherwise. And of course I have the feat that lets me move fast. Alright, let's look at my next talent. Bringer of Gifts. Casting Cloud Serpent also heals the target, so that's pretty nice. It means I can give an ally some kind of buff or some kind of support, and it will actually heal them as well, so I can become more supporty that way. And then there's Lingering Blind, which enemies miss more attacks. So you miss 2 basic attacks rather than 1. So that's kind of nice. I'm going to go ahead and do Bringer of Gifts so that I can heal with that. Can I target myself? I can target myself, actually. Healing Brew appears to not target yourself. So if I go over here, I can't Healing Brew. You cannot, yeah, it even says that, will not target LiLi. So, yeah, right there at the bottom. But hey, at least I figured it out. Alright, blind. I'm going to go ahead and put the serpent on myself. So if I want to heal myself, I have to basically serpent myself. That's good to know. Alright, first sip. Healing Brew also heals LiLi. Okay. LiLi is also healed for half the amount of the target. So that will allow you to heal yourself while still healing allies. And then the good stuff increases life restoration. Okay, so even though I'm not level 8, so I don't have the best of my talents unlocked yet. And basically, the choice it's giving me are 2 different types of healing brews. So that's kind of cool. Heal myself or even more healing, 25% more. You know what? Let's heal myself as well because I kind of need it.
An enemy has been
Alright, I'm at level 10, so I get my ultimate. I get Jug of 1,000 Cups. Rapidly tosses brew to the most injured nearby allies, prioritizing heroes over minions. Restores up to 1,656 health and 384 mana over 6. Alright. Let's go ahead and go over here and hit Blinding Wind on both Tychus and Muradin.
Fort destroyed.
This is pretty interesting. She's kind of spammy. You basically can continually throw out these healing potions. You've got 12 seconds on the Serpent. Let's go ahead and do Blind. Oh, there it goes. It chased him right down.
Enemy slain. Choose a
You can keep yourself. You can give yourself more sustain by allowing this to heal yourself. Alright, so let's get Water Dragon. Heavily damages nearby enemy. LiLi summons a Water Dragon that charges an attack for 3 seconds. Then does 700 damage to the nearest enemy hero. Enemies near the target take half damage. So it does an AoE component, it looks like. We'll have to give that a shot. Heal up, Diablo. There you go. I said heal up. Come on, Diablo. There you go. Alright, Elusive Feat, trait. It reduces incoming basic attack damage. So after taking damage, the damage received from the next 2 basic attacks is reduced by 50%. Charges last 10 seconds. The effect has a 10-second cooldown. So that goes with the fact that I'm also getting increased movement speed. So if you want to be survivable, that's a great one. Lingering Serpent, Cloud Serpent's basic attacks bounce. So Cloud Serpent's basic attacks bounce to 3 additional enemy targets, dealing 23 damage each. Well, that's nice. Let's do that. Get a little bit of AoE going in. Let's go ahead and put that on myself. Heal up everybody. Let's do the blind so that Muradin can't hit anybody. Alright, let's see what my ultimate looks like, shall we? It's a large AoE. I can't use it right yet. Let me get near a building. Okay, it's not working on the building. Let's get near Tychus. There it goes. Oh wow. So that's not a skill shot. That's a free hit ultimate there. So I'm just going to sit here and I'm going to be constantly spamming health potions while my team is fighting as best I can. Do the blinding wind. So I'm a healer, and yet I'm not entirely, because I can't have direct control of my healing. But if I do it right, I can hit enemy heroes, blind them, support my allies with a Wind Serpent, and then when my ultimate finally comes up, slam a Water Dragon into Tychus. It looks like I have to keep them in the radius, so it won't trigger unless there's an enemy in the radius, and then it looks like it will not go off unless I keep them in that radius, so I have to keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and give a Dragon to Uther. These are some interesting abilities, I have to admit. I mean, the fact that I don't really have to target, which is nice. So in these hectic melees like this, all I have to do is keep hitting Q, and I can know that someone's going to get healed. I'm going to heal somebody. Now, I don't heal as much, I think, as Muradin, but I still heal. And then, of course, while I'm doing that, I can hit the blind. I really have no skill shots with this character. So the only thing I have to target, really, is the Serpent. So here we have Magical Essence, increases the range of Healing Brew, Cloud Serpent, and Blinding Wind. That's really nice. And then there's Herbal Cleanse, removes all crowd control effects and increases the movement speed of the target by 20% for healing. For the Healing Brew. I like the range increase, though. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Let's see how far out it goes. Oh, look at that. That's a nice range. Out you go. Oh. Okay, yeah, I wasn't paying attention. I like it. I like it, though. I mean, I especially like the range increase on that. Getting the range increase on something like Healing Brew is pretty nice, and you can just sit there and start spamming that. So, and her mana costs are really low. I mean, look at that, 25 mana, that's 65, and that's 50. That's not bad. I mean, 100 on the Water Dragon. I mean, this is fairly cheap, at least it's appeared to be. And the best part about it is that it restores mana as well. So not only are you sustainable for yourself, especially if you get the 50% healing to yourself when you use the potion, but you're sustainable to your allies to give them additional mana so they can use their abilities more often. So that, you know, really seems to work out. So let's go ahead, and what we're going to do is we're going to move out. We have the moon, but not the sun. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the sun. Let's take a look at what's going on down here. Diablo is being pushed back by Diablo, Tychus, Muradin, and Uther. So the 4-man team in the bottom line there. Let's see, anywhere else? It looks like Uther is still back at base. Tychus is Hearthstoning when he was right next to base anyway. I don't understand that. That's okay. Now, speaking, kind of looking around here, trying to figure out what's going on. I was asked if I can get the portraits in the upper corners. You know what? I wish I could. As far as I can tell, the option for that doesn't exist. Oh man, they took the moon. Yeah, for whatever reason, the UI is really just at this level now. There may be mods that come out that will eventually give you that. When I'm looking in the upper right and left-hand corners, you can kind of see there's little colored dots, a red and a kind of a green here. My only guess is that this is where the portraits might go if they ever get implemented. Alright, so let's do that. Let's go ahead and alter.
Enemy slain.
There we go. Can't heal myself.
The
Oh,
enemy
I
has
accidentally
destroyed a
dismounted.
fort.
Alright, the enemy is pushing pretty hard here, but I think I can take the dragon. Alright, what was the charge? Okay, yeah.
An enemy has been slain. Fort destroyed.
Alright, with the Dragon Knight, we should be able to take this out. It shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, just look at how much damage this Dragon Knight does. I mean, this is pretty much the game changer. This is going to win it. I mean, by myself, this is going to pretty much win it. Just knock Uther out of there. Now, granted, the Dragon Knight is a better siege unit than anything else.
Enemy slain.
Alright, I'm going to give him a dragon, follow the Diablo. Very nice. Let's go ahead and start throwing out potions. Blinding Wind. That Blinding Wind can be really nice as a support ability, honestly. You can, when you upgrade it to 2 attacks, that can be quite detrimental to the enemy, especially if your team is cutting it close in health. Alright, looks like we have Resurgence of the Storm. Upon dying, revive back at the altar within 5 seconds, and Bolt of the Storm, activate the teleport nearby location. Let's go ahead and get Resurgence. Alright, we're going to heal up Uther here with a dragon and with some potions. It's just going to keep spamming my potions. Best healer ever, huh? Alright, get out of here. I'm constantly, as I'm moving, I'm just constantly spamming Q. And let's go ahead and there's the blind. Uh-oh. Demon Hunter's kind of taking me out here. You can see that my movement speed allowed me to get away from that, and I'm just going to come back and start healing so I can heal myself, basically. Blind on Diablo and Uther, and let's just go ahead and get the Water Dragon out there so Uther can die. There he goes. I mean, she's great for just kind of coming in and quickly doing some support. Just get in there, do a little extra damage with the Serpent you can summon, heal some people up very quickly by popping potions. I mean, I've been spamming Q for a while now. My mana is starting to get low, but it's been an amazing amount of time that I can just sit here and keep spamming this ability, really. Alright, let's get that back to Uther. No, miss your attack, miss your attack. Oh no, Uther didn't get saved. Alright, get out of there. Yeah, that burst of speed is exceptionally helpful when someone gets on you, especially a ranged assassin. She feels pretty good, honestly. I don't know, I mean, you could definitely tell that the healing on that brew is not very strong. Alright, so yes, we got some experience there. We didn't get experience in the tutorial, we finally got it in the practice mode though. Got a decent amount though, getting me to level 2 and not 3, almost. Okay, almost. Shame. Okay, that wasn't too bad. So Kerrigan got one of the dragons, I got one of the dragons. Overall, pretty good showing. Of course, we are talking about a practice match where all the bots are on beginner level. Now, I do notice that we hit level 20. I wonder if they made it to level 20 as the cap, because I know we hit level 21 before. Like, it didn't appear like there was a level cap before. It didn't say specifically in the patch notes, but and I didn't pay attention to see if I was still gaining experience. I really should have looked at that once we hit 20 just to see. Unfortunately, not at this time. Now, I don't remember seeing this before. There is a little friend icon here, it looks like, so you can invite right from the menu if you either invite or make them a friend if you so desire, so you had a good time with them, so that's nice to see. Alright, we'll go ahead and leave. Cooperative mode has been unlocked, and then of course the next level is versus mode. So rather than getting quests, you're just going to get the things unlocked through just playing the game, which is, well, you know, expected, right? Play the game, get the experience, unlock everything. So what I'll probably do is I'll join in a cooperative match next time. I'll take a look at Brightwing there and see how he feels. Oh, I almost forgot, for those of you who haven't seen, the custom games is up. You can create your own custom games now. I'll just go ahead and throw into one right real fast so you can see what it's like. It does show all the maps, so you can choose any map you want to play. Considering I've only played half the maps, it's kind of nice. But you can come in here and you can invite friends, or you can make it an AI. So if I can fill the AI on the enemy side, I can invite people to be the enemy. I can just go ahead and fill AI for everybody. So I can make it a pure bot match, and at will I can come over here and I can kick an enemy, or sorry, kick an ally or whatever. I can set their difficulty to beginner, recruit, adept, veteran, whatever. You can see these are all set to elite. I can make one of them adept. I can change it however I want, which is nice. The only thing I haven't figured out from this is how to set heroes. Like if I wanted to play with a set hero, if I wanted the enemy to play with a hero, like here I can click on the enemy to change their difficulty, and I can change my hero at will, but I can't seem to change the enemy hero or even the allied heroes. I wonder if that'll come later, because this has only just gotten introduced. It would be kind of nice. So like if I wanted to play with specific allies against a specific enemy team or something like that, that would be kind of nice. You know, so being able to choose the bot, make sure, you know, set the bot to random if I want. That would be really cool. All right, before I go, I really quick wanted to, oh, I can't show it off here. I'm going to go back. Show off one of the skins for Brightwing.
Hello, I am happy to meet you.
Behold, the mighty monarch butterfly! His mighty wrath will sting you! Beware the monarch! I can't help it. I love it. Oh, the monarch. You get it, right? You get it? Nah, whatever. Ladies and gentlemen, Heroes of the Storm, once again updated, and of course the account's wiped, so I have to go through it once again. But I will be playing it and, of course, recording more matches. Unfortunately, as you know, level 8 is when all the talents unlock, so it'll be at that point that I'll be able to actually give some full looks at the heroes. So, alright, thank you for watching. Until next time.